Angelina's Angels. I'm your host, Jeff, and this is Jeff's Junction. One thing to note right off the bat: if you're looking to get past the jibber jabber can be described as rambling, talking nonsense, telling you about my life, explaining things that are not relevant to you. Any of the above, all of the above, whatever you want to call it. If you don't want to listen to that at the beginning of my videos, which I tend to do quite often, there will be a timestamp at the beginning of the description. You click on that and that'll jump you right past it. Now, some people like to hear what I've got going on in my life. Others, they don't even want to hear what I have going on in my life. They just want to see the reaction to the artist or the song that they're looking to get that reaction from. And you can skip ahead of that. No big deal. I'm okay with it. I get it. Sometimes I don't want to hear it either when I'm watching YouTubers. Is what it is. I am recording a suggestion. Now, suggestions. If you want to get your suggestion on my channel, you have a different way. You have different ways you can access my eyes. One of them is you go on my channel in a post. I don't know, a couple months back I made a post, and you can you'll find it. You can put a suggestion in there. If you put it in the comment section of these videos, I may or may not see it. I got a busy life, a lot of stuff going on. I may not get to it, and I'm not picking and choosing. This one I did pick and chose ahead of all, only because I knew where it was. Leilani, you have requested before. You are like a lot of you comment regularly. You are a regular commenter. You're easy to find because you have a profile picture. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You commented last week. You went on to say, you mentioned that you like classical music. Nico Cartozio, a Russian composer, took a Robert Burns poem and put it to music. He wrote it specifically to be sung by Angelina. It's called A Song for A, and here is the link. Thank you so much. I had a busy couple of days, and I was out of sorts health-wise. Nothing too crazy, but I had an earache. I didn't know what it was. It was causing me issues. I couldn't even, you couldn't whisper in my ear without it hurting. So putting headset on, not too cool. I found some relief today, and I'm now going to get to this video. So I needed something kind of in a hurry because I've got things to do and I want to beat the rush hour traffic. So I knew to find your comment with the link, and that's what I did. And that's what we're going to do today. We are going to look at A Song for Angelina Jordan. Super looking forward to this one, I'll be honest. Let's just pull that up. And if I'm missing anything, I don't think I'm missing anything. Well, one other thing. I'm trying something new. I am recording this video. It's going somewhere else, and I need to export it from there back onto YouTube. So the process before was going to a different folder. This is going to a program, a piece of software that I have to pull it out of, export it out of. So we're trying something new. If it works, I'll continue doing that. If you guys find that there's some audio or video loss, let me know. Also, comments. Let us know where you're viewing from. I have viewers who will comment to other viewers. And if everybody kind of gets an idea, you don't have to tell me which street you live on, but I'm in Alberta. I'm right near Edmonton, and I just had a guy or girl, I think it was a guy, comment yesterday. Hello, fellow Canadian. Actually, fellow Albertan. So that was really cool. They didn't tell me what city they're living in. They didn't tell me they're 4 doors down from my house. They didn't say anything like that. I just think it's cool to know that we have connections that are close by. There was a gentleman from Edmonton says, "Whoa, you're in Alberta too?" And it was just really cool. That was, I think, on a Dimash reaction. Anyhow, I am a rambler. Let's mark this down for you guys. 5 minutes, 30 seconds to get past my jibber jabber. I told you I talk a lot. Let's get into this reaction. I hope I have my headset on. I do not. Now I do. I can hear the music as I play it for you guys. Song 4A.
It was upon a lamest night when courageous are lovely, beneath the moon's unclouded light, I held away to Arnie. The time flew by with careless heat, till between the dark and dark, with small persuasion she agreed to see me through the barley.
Whoa. Yeah, that is like seriously poetic. This is so crazy. A poem made or written specifically to be sung by Angelina. She has got such a beautiful voice, doesn't she? It's so soft. Like, how old is this video? If I can pull it up here. This was published on YouTube in 2019. I don't know when it was recorded, but it was published on YouTube in 2019, July. So, yeah, so just about 6 years ago. So, yeah, she was pretty young still. For me, it's her younger years that they always make me smile in a way, you know, a little different than the ones that she sings today. And why is that? It's this like connection that I have to I have this hope and dream for the youngins to grow up to be like spectacular, wonderful people. To find their niche in life and to go for it, to find those successes, you know. I remember my childhood so well, and I remember smiling so much. I grew up in a home that was full of love. My dad worked a lot. We went on trips, went on so many trips because he's a baseball player and a hockey player. He's always in these tournaments. We find ourselves, I just remember going to all these places, staying in these motels and him playing baseball. I remember that so much. I remember going to the lakes with them. There was always something going on. And my mom, being a teacher, had summers off every summer. And so I just remember that connection with my family, you know. My dad, I remember him, like he would say, "Hey Jeff, gotta run to the city, to the store. Do you want to come along with me?" And I'd always say, "Yeah, I'll come with you. Of course I will." You know, I could be with my friends, but like my dad wants to hang out with me. I think that's cool. And we'd always stop at the store and grab a pop and a chocolate bar. You know, it was a nice little treat. And I'd go with him to the department store, whatever he had to do, the mechanic shop. We'd go into the States, you know, to get some work done on the vehicles, like all types of things, you know. And it wasn't until I got a bit older and I started to get into relationships with people with kids. And, well, even like my friends, I'd say, "Hey, I'm going to the city. You want to come along with me? We'll stop for lunch." And I get it now. It's like, I want to spend time with you, but I have this like life stuff to do. Can't we just do both? You can hang out with me and we can go get my errands done. My friends don't see it that way. Why would I want to do that? Call me when you're done. Anyway, so there's a bit of that, you know, innocent hope, a wonder that I hear when I hear a child sing. And so that's, I think, why I like Angelina's younger years.
See me through the barley. The sky was blue, the wind was still, the moon was shining clearly. I sat her down with right good wind among the ridges of barley, among the ridges of barley. I knew her heart was all my own. I loved her most sincerely. I kissed her over and over again among the ridges of barley, among the ridges of barley. But by the moon and stars so bright that shone that I was so clearly, I shall bless that happy night among the ridges of barley, among the ridges of barley. I have been blessed with comrades dear, I have been merry drinking, I have been joyful gathering money, I have been happy thinking, but of the pleasures ever I saw, the 3 times double fairly, that a happy night was worth them all among the ridges of barley, among the ridges of barley.
Sweet. All right, we'll leave it right there. Oh, I love that violin at the end. You know, like the last time I paused and I said whatever I said, I looked at the screen to see how much time was left. It was like, whatever, 2.5, 3 minutes long or left. And I thought, whoa, there's a lot left to go. And so I just said to myself, I'm going to let it play. You don't need to be a stop every minute to jibber jabber. So I let it play, and she stopped singing, and the music played. And I thought, okay, well, once the music's done, once this violin's done, we're going to go back into some more singing. Didn't realize it was already over. The song had taken my attention. What was I thinking about this song? So it reminded me a little bit like perhaps this could be like background music in a movie. I'm thinking like Bond for some reason. I have no idea. There's got to be something there, something to do with maybe the classical music. So, you know, TV shows and movies today, you know, music plays a big role for sure. But in the movies from decades ago, the dialogue, there wasn't as much dialogue as there is today, and music played a huge role. And what was popular, many decades ago, more I think was classical music. And so perhaps I'm sitting here listening to this, and it's bringing me back to my childhood when I would watch these movies with where classical music was, really prevalent in those movies in the background. I don't know. That's where I'm at with that. You let me know. Um, Thank you so much, Leilani, for this suggestion. It was a different speed of Angelina than what I'm used to. Uh, she's singing someone else's poem. She's putting the words of a poem into her singing, and yeah, and I think the music, I almost feel like she's listened to the score and then sung above it. That's what it sounds like to me, because I feel like her style is different. Her style of singing, I think, is different. Let me know. Maybe there's more of her music that I haven't heard yet that resembles this. But for me, this is a different speed of Angelina than what I'm used to. And you know what? It was nice. It was nice because weekdays for me in Alberta on our local radio station is classical music. And I don't listen to it every day, but I have been known to tune in. And so, at 1:30 in the afternoon, that's what it is here right now, you could find me hearing some classical music, and that would be, yeah, it's comforting. It's comforting to hear that, is all I'm saying. Anyway, I digress. I'm going to carry on with my day. Thank you for checking us out. Let me know if you've got any suggestions. Tell us where you're viewing from, and let me know about the quality of the video and the audio. If it's different somehow, let me know, because this, again, is just something new for me. I'm trying. It's more work, I think, but it could be, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm thinking it might be something that's going to stick around for a bit. But we'll have to wait and see. I don't know how it's going to work, because when I export it to YouTube, I believe it publishes instantly, and I need to set it to publish at a certain time every certain day. So I'll have to see how that goes. Until then, I hope you enjoy your day. I am out of sorts at the moment rambling, but we'll catch you guys on the next one. Remember, stay blessed. Love you guys.